I would have. That was still sick. Still dope.
My name is Siyabonga Matendra. I'm 18 years old, 2006, 17th of April, and I was raised in Greenwood, Douglasdale. I stay in Melville right now currently. After I moved out from Douglasdale when I was about 7, 8 years old, I moved to Westdene. Tighy Park is in Westdene, so I wasn't familiar with the skate culture at first, and then I used to play soccer here with my friends. I was a big fan of soccer. And then this one time I came here, there was nobody at the skate park, and the soccer field was a dead park. And then I just sat here for a while, and 2 white dudes, they came with 3 skateboards, and then they just came and borrowed me one to skate, and then I could already push around at the time, so I started pushing around, and when they left, they said, "You can keep the board." I said, "Thank you," and that's when I started skating. That was in 2021, February. Soccer was very easy. Like skateboarding was more of a challenge, Like I'm always one to learn new things, and I always excel in the things I learn. I try to excel. So I was already very good at soccer, like naturally. So I just wanted to learn something new, and then when I started skating, the local skaters here told me that I will fall out of love of soccer and that love will be on skateboarding. And I told them, nah, that will never happen, And then it eventually happened where I just didn't like soccer. Like I didn't want to touch a soccer ball anymore. I just wanted to learn new tricks on my skateboard.
You know what C4, right? I don't know. C4! Fuck off! Fuck you! Right there?
Fuck you!
Fuck you! One more try. Oh, I'm off balance. I'm a man. He low-key almost got me. Almost.
I wouldn't even lie, if it wasn't for the help I was receiving from just the local skaters around, I probably would have quit skateboarding, because in my opinion, skateboarding is too expensive, especially for me, someone who grew up in my background. So like in my whole 3 years of skateboarding, I've only ever bought like a deck 2 times, and every other board, trucks, wheels I've gotten, shoes, was from secondhand another skater. People just started supporting me because they saw how determined and how serious I was about the sport, how I was progressing quicker than others. And because of that, they just wanted to help me out, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciated that. Like, even different companies decided to like hook me up with skate merch, like Push Skate Co, Crispy. So yeah, that's a sign of my work, which is only motivating me to work harder and just reach to my goal.
First time I met Sia, I believe it was 2019, dude. He was like just a kid at the fucking skate park, just waiting for people to get off their board so he could have a fucking cruise on them, dude.
Sia was a soccer player at the skate park, and we were skaters at the skate park. Yeah, he used to come up to us and like hang out with the skaters as a soccer player and tell us, this is not how you do it in skating, this is how you do it. And we told him, you try it, and then he started trying it, and then he became a skater.
Dude, I've actually known Sia for long because he used to stay 2 streets, I think it's 2 or 3 streets like across from me, basically. And when I moved into Westdene, Sia was one of the first kids I saw. He used to run around with his soccer ball in the street. Like I suppose he was doing fitness or whatever, but like, yeah, he was just used to run with his ball and like do skills in the street. And like, yo, dude, he'd do that early in the morning when I'd go walk my dog, and he'd do that late at night when I'd go walk my dog. It was, yeah. used to play soccer here. And then one day he just like wanted to start like skating and riding and things like that. And then like I just started interacting with him.
So the first time when I met Sia, I think he actually used to play football. He never used to skate. And he used to just come to the park, you know, watch us skating. And then he got interested in skateboarding and he got himself a board. And you know, yeah, that's how I knew Sia. And he just started coming to the park, skating with the homies. And yeah, he became friends with us, you know, things like that.
First time I met Sia was at Westdene, obviously. Like, I mean, that's kind of being reintroduced into skateboarding. That's kind of where I gravitated to for some reason. Just the universe kind of aligned, and then I ended up at Westdene, and I mean alongside Nico as well. Just general sort of sessions, and Sia was like, yeah. Maybe the first time I was ever there, it was probably there. So. Yeah. So most of the skaters that I know of, they're mostly happy, you know, they're mostly like motivational, everyone's happy, they just care for each other and just happy for each other. That was the best thing about skateboarding, it's because it's a competitive sport, but people are still friendly. It's not like soccer where now if you're on a soccer field with the opposing team and they look at you dirty, you know. That was definitely skateboarding, so that's what I loved about the community.
You could check, all he wanted to do was skate, you know. He was just like watching you the whole time. As soon as you took a break, he wanted to skate, you know. So like me and Uto, you know, we were like, shit, you know, try and get old decks and hook them up to kids that have an interest, dude, and that want to fucking follow something and try something, dude. And you know, yeah, that's how that started. And Sia was like one of those kids that inspired that, dude. Even though I didn't go anywhere really, but still.
Some people progress fast, some people progress slow. Some people get the nuances a lot easier than others, you know what I mean? But like just watching Sia like understand skating, like from his like age group and like just the way he came from, like, you know, being a soccer player, being like an athlete basically, like a jock, dude. And like him just coming to skating, it was amazing. You know, because once it clicked, and after that, we already know.
He's killing it, man. Sia is killing it. He's working hard. He's always at the park. You know, when you pull up to the park, the first guy you get is Sia. So he's doing his thing, and you can see his progress. But I'm sure you guys know.
I mean, Sia's been pretty involved in skating since he jumped on the board. Like he learned how to ollie like in like a second, and then like from there he just like started progressing more, skating every day consistently. I think once he got aboard, he was like at the skate park every single day from like 10 a.m. or so, skating the whole time. In the morning, in the afternoon when I got to the skate park, he's like, yo, I'm about to check this out, I learned something new, please clip that. And then it became a whole routine that like I knew when I was going to the park I was going to have this much of a session and so much of filming Sia. But then, yeah, it's been him skating every day, very consistent, very dedicated.
If it was to rank the skate scene, I'm probably from A to D. I'm probably still at D right now. But the skate scene, there's niggas that are still holding it up, you know. Cape Town niggas, even Josie niggas, people like Tighy Park, yeah. The skate scene is looking good, but apparently it was looking better back in the day, so I don't really have much comments on that because I'm still new to the shit.
Every time I check him, dude, he's got new tricks, and he doesn't just have new tricks, like he's got tricks like locked, you know what I mean? Like he's hasn't just landed something for the first time. It's like fucking, yeah, dude, every time he's just better and better and better. And I think that just comes from his passion for it, dude, you know? Yeah. He just wants to fucking skate.
Dude, I'm always trying to hype him up and like make him see bigger, like huge visions, you know what I'm saying? I always say Sia's gonna be on Adidas and he's gonna be on some brand where there's a lot of tech skaters. I mean, obviously I always tell him that, you know, I want him to do grabs and do airs and be that kind of skater, but obviously he's gonna go in the direction that he wants to go in. But like, yeah, I see Sia as like toy machine adjacent, you know, Adidas adjacent, like that kind of skater, dude. You know what I'm saying? Blooming on disorder type shit. Yeah, blooming with Deshaun, that's how I see Sia.
For Sia, dude, it was a bit easy to learn because he's a guy who kind of like learns very quick, you know. So Sia used to just come to us and he asked the homies, oh guys, how do I do this trick? How do I kickflip? And then he just figured it out quick, you know. So he was just a different kid. Like, he was different compared to other kids that I know, you know.
He's the steez, bro. I think the steez it speaks a lot, bro. And I mean, his progression, like since I met him to where he is now, I think it's like it's so clear, like what kind of trajectory he's on, you know.
With Sia skating, he's a very passionate skater. Very proud of his skating, as you see on Instagram he posts, guys, look, I learned a new trick. Guys, I've been skating for 4 months and like I skate better than you, and like stuff like that. But like, yeah, I think he's a very dedicated, passionate skater.
Again, like skating, I want to see how good I can get, you know, I just want to see where it can take me. Yeah, that's basically it. I just want to get better for myself. Just to know that like, yeah, I can do this shit.
You can give somebody like the best fucking setup, whatever, and if they don't want to skate, they're not going to skate, but like, he just wanted to fucking do it, you know what I mean? So he fucking did it, dude.
Yeah, as a person, he's a very good kid, to be honest. Yeah, he's a very, very good kid. He has respect, you know. So yeah, I really respect him, and you know, he knows what he wants. He has a goal in life. So yeah, he's a good kid, and I think he's doing right. He's going in the right direction.
Sia is really very helpful in terms of skateboarding. Like he'll see me like be like, oh, I'm so lazy to skate, and he'll be like, nah, Mama, let's do this. We got this together. We're doing it together every day. Let's skate. Let's go. And then like he'll see other girls and like or other guys and be like, no, this is not how you do it, this is how you do it, or like just help and advise in skateboarding, just trying to help everyone else progress and improve and have fun in skating. And very blunt, very passionate, very, very blunt, very honest, very kind, very bossy.
He's a sweet dude, down to earth, kind, you know, good manners and chilling dude, you know what I mean? And just for it, you know what I mean?
I was basically born an orphan my whole life. I'm part of an organization called St. Peter's Childcare. It's an orphanage. I used to stay with my orphan siblings, 5 of us. So we moved from Douglasdale to Westdene. My whole family moved to Orange Farm beginning of this year due to financial situations. And I was supposed to move with them, but I told them that I'd rather become a hobo than like move that side to the townships because I'd have no future for skateboarding that side. They considered what I said, and then we're renting a cottage beside in Melbourne now. So yeah, they really saw how serious I was with skateboarding. They haven't really supported me, like my orphan family. They haven't supported none of my skateboarding. So the fact that they did that, they finally like stood up and supported me. That was heartwarming. I appreciated that. It showed that they actually care about me.
Yes, I'm Sia's oldest cousin out of 8 kids from both families. Yeah, and I've known Sia ever since we were kids. And what I loved about him most was that he was a jack of all trades. He dabbled in a little bit of everything, and he excelled in it. He always had the heart for whatever he did, so which was like kind of inspiring, you know. So yeah, shout out to Sia Skate. So now he's like a pro skater or something now. Yeah, he's been pushing for a couple of years. There's like a skate park here in Westdene that he practiced every day. He never rested. That's all he lived and breathed for. So I know he's good at the skating thing. Yeah, he has a big love and passion for it.
This is our kitchen. This is the fridge. I keep the fridge aside because it's just their life. Here's the TV. Obviously you need couches in your room and you need a bed. And then you also need a heater in your room. Yes sir. And you also need a bathroom, toilet, my cleaning stuff and the shower. And some photos of myself when I was young. So this is my orphan brother and this is my orphan cousin, and that's me, and that was the foster mother. And then this is our deceased transport driver, and then that's me when I was 3 years old. This was me when I was 1 year old, 2 years old. I was 4 here, and then he was 5. My other sister 4. Then my cousin was 6. Then this was me at my primary school, my creche. I mean, my sister and myself, and my 2 other guys I don't know. Yeah, just some additional photos. I was an active child, I would say. Some would say I'd have ADHD. I couldn't stand still for long. I'd always do something active, so when I was 3 years old I went for swimming lessons at Little Fishies, that's what it was called. So that was the first activity I did, actually, swimming. And then once I got to primary school I started doing more activities such as athletics, cricket, swimming as well, soccer. Yeah, that was just the sports that I was doing. The one that I excelled the most in was athletics. So from grade 1 to grade 7 I would win a medal or 2 every year till grade 7, so for athletics. So yeah. When I was young I lost a lot, from grade 1 till grade bloody 5, you know. So my mother wasn't serious enough about keeping them in a room. She just let me have them and I would lose them. So these are the few that I could collect. Yeah, 4 from grade 6, 2 from grade 6, 2 from grade 7. So 1 gold, 2 silvers and 1 bronze. Yeah, so Greenside Primary School. That trophy was for soccer. It's 6-a-side in grade 6. Yeah, so only 6 people in my grade got this, and then this trophy was for academics in LO in grade 6. So yeah.
We had a pretty nice childhood because we had support from our mothers, you know, always showing us love, teaching us the way of life. And yeah, we got to experience a lot of things other black kids in SA wouldn't get to experience, like traveling to places before a certain age, you see. Yeah, and yeah, we were exposed to also German people who actually bonded with us. Some would say we're our grandparents. So yeah, it was like a mixed masala family kind of vibe. So yeah, which was cool. If it wasn't for those people and our parents, yeah, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So yeah, we always show appreciation and think of that to keep going in life.
I don't really know a lot about my real parents. I don't know nothing about my father. The only thing I know about my real mother is her name, which is Koketso Matendra, and that she was born in KZN, and that I was born in Johannesburg. That's it. That's what I know about them. because I didn't have any like real people around me, real family or whatever, I just wanted to be good at whatever I do. So I wanted to excel. Like I was good at everything I did. All the sports I played, like inside primary, whether it's cricket, soccer, athletics, swimming, I was just wanting to excel. So that was a way of me basically coping, you know, like just proving everyone wrong, you know, like the whole perception of if you're an orphan then there's nothing to achieve, you know. So yeah, that's what helped me.
Crispy basically exists through myself, my father and my brothers, and we were able to procure like a shipment of Canadian maple because we've been trying to make boards since like 2018, 2019, and we struggled then because you can't get the raw material into the country super easily. So we were experimenting with other things, and it wasn't like proper. It just didn't like. They didn't skate properly, like they were snapping, the concave was a bit weird. Years passed, and we got an investor, dude by the name of David Cook, and he like helped us procure the wood. And then we built our own molds, built our own press, and now I think we're the only people pressing boards in Joburg. I mean, I remember specifically like Jesse, like we came with the one time, and he was like, "Hey man, this kid, like you should put him on," like and him specifically. So I kind of put that information in the back of my mind, and like as time went on, I saw him more and more, and people kept saying like, "Yo, Sia, you know, put him on." So that's what I did, I suppose. The team, it's difficult for us because we have such a finite amount of decks. It's super limited. So for us to give decks is like giving blood, you know. So I have a lot of faith in Nico and Sia, and I'm kind of just stuck with them. And I don't know what constitutes like a full team, you know, because I'm also very new to the skate scene. I mean, you know, so it's getting there. It's slowly building. You know, I want to see them grow with Crispy. He's been such a positive impact for us. I mean, he's hungry, like he's at it like every single day. I mean, he's working, and you know, like I'll be on Instagram or whatever, and then you'll check like someone has a video of them like skating, and they snap their board, and he's like, "Hey," on the comments like, "Buy a Crispy deck," you know, like, and it's from Sia, dude, and it's like, I was like, damn, dude, he's really like he's pushing it. So for us, I mean, it's like, damn, dude, like. Amazing energy to just have involved, you know. Now he's stepping out of his comfort zone a little bit more, like he's getting into the streets a bit more, which I think is really good for him, and I think he's enjoying it. Like, I don't know how you feel, like I think he's and more I think he'll realize it's natural to him. I think sometimes like he gets in his own head a little bit, like especially around other skaters, and just because he wants to be on that level.
So right now we're in Westdene, Tighy Park. This is my local skate park, so Westdene was never always like this. Like, it was actually empty, like in the center, and only like ledges on the side. They stole all of our coping, so we basically had nothing to skate. And then a few kind gentlemen known as Dead End Construction, they decided to make a hand and decide to build some obstacles for us to learn on. So they started off with a small ledge. That was our first obstacle they built, And then they continued to build one side of this gap to gap. And then after a while they fixed their mistakes, and then they built another side, so making it a gap to back. And then they built our rail, which I'm very happy about. That's my favorite obstacle in the skate park, because so much tricks to learn, and so much tricks I've already learned from that rail. So yeah, and then they also built the bigger ledge, this one right here. It's the smoothest ledge in the whole skate park, and then they continue to add a few slappies, you know, mani pads. So we are very grateful to them, that's for sure. There was a time where the monster people came with your Barrett and the gents. They decided to build two obstacles, a ramp and this obstacle. So I call this a wall ride obstacle. I don't know what it's called, because I don't skate it, because it's hard to skate, but like, yeah, the people who know how to skate it know what it's called. So what we have here is our infamous 12 stair. To my understanding, only 4 skaters in South Africa have skated this. Well, I know of 3: Kyle Keswa, Siye, and and Devandre Garland. Devandre Garland was the only person to hit this shit first try, because he's a G like that. Nobody skates these things, the rails. I don't know why. I think as South Africans we just need to get rid of our fear of being scared and just like do things we don't usually do, you know, just push the boundaries, because this is basically, to an American, this is the perfect handling to skate. But to us it's like, nah, I'm not touching that. Like literally the best trick that has been done off these 12 stairs is an ollie, which is very disappointing because Chris Johnson will come and fucking ollie big heel first try. So yeah, we need to improve, guys. Was where I grew up. So I grew up here playing soccer for almost the whole time I moved to Westdene. So I was a soccer addict, you know. This was the home ground of soccer. Yeah, this was where I grew up basically. There's nothing else to show. That's the reason why I left soccer, because it's that boring. So Westdene, outside of skateboarding, it's a community of different people from different places. Mostly it's students, you know, that go to UJ or Vets, basically university. Safety-wise, I would say Westdene is pretty safe if we're excluding Westbury, you know. But if we're including Westbury, then it increases the safety levels, like the danger levels, in fact, very high, because Westdene Westbury is a dead township. So a township where people have lost hope, so people have said, and so obviously like people do anything just to get like quick money. So they come to Westdene, obviously where learners are working hard, and they just extort them. So they just steal, they rob, they carry guns, they carry knives. They just make Westdene unsafe, which is totally wrong, because Westdene is actually known to be safe. So yeah, not a lot of like crimes happen because we are protected by security, our local tower security. But if it wasn't for them, then there would have been wild animals. As you can see in the skate park, like everything is basically destroyed. Our fences, our lights, our coping, our jungle gym. They take this to scrap and make quick money. That's why we don't have any obstacles.
Having a skate park, to be honest, it helps the community a lot, because back then, you know, we used to like walk from Westdene to like town and shit, you know, Library Gardens, that's where we used to go and skate. But as for now, dude, it's much better, you know, you just like come, you know, it's 10 minutes away from my house, so for me it's way better, and for other kids as well, because, you know, now we see a lot of kids skating, and it never used to be like that before, you know.
The more people have access to it, the more they can fucking strike a chord with it if it does, you know. I don't think it's for everyone, but like they, you know, feel like, fuck, this thing is like the thing I can fucking just focus on and forget about everything else that's cooking or that's going wrong in my life, you know, like, yeah, I need more fucking skate parks.
An average day, it obviously has to involve skateboarding, but like, first school, obviously, but I haven't been to school for the past year. But so, just skating and work, yeah. I got a job at Melville, opposite 27 Boxes not long ago in August. So that has been my work for the year.
I feel like he's got enough drive to take it like all the way, wherever he wants to take it, you know. And I think he's got the right people around him. Yeah, man. I think he can take it as far as he wants to go.
What I know in that department is that he's been able to bag some sponsorships. He's even made a business out of selling decks, you see. So financially and in the future, I do see him making it big in this skating world. I do see him going there. I even told him that he should like actually get in touch with an international person who's really in the system so that he could actually go big and not just go there and then lose, you see, fell out for it. So I don't want that to happen, so yeah.
I see Sia going very far in skateboarding. I just think that people aren't seeing him. I think we see him at the skate park. The locals, we see him all the time. But people don't see Sia, and I'd like people to see Sia. And I would like Sia to also focus on himself more so that he can focus on his skating. The people that see him try their best to like help him progress. Like he gets skateboards, he gets like shoes, whatever he needs. Like it's like not that easy to get, but it's like kind of easy to get for him. So people do see him, but like we'd like for him to be seen more outside.
The support that I've been getting so far from numerous numbers of people, like from far away, from close. I mean, I'm even getting quotes from people from America. So if people from America see like my goal and they see my skating, my progression, my hard work, then surely one day other people will too.
I fuck with the newer gen. I think they also just remind me like you're supposed to have fun, you know what I mean? And you're supposed to just do it within your own mentality and your own like positive mind frame, you know what I'm saying? I think the new gen, dude, what they can learn is by chilling with the OGs. And obviously, you know, chilling with OGs has its pros and cons, you know what I mean? Like, you get to preserve that old skate culture, you know, the roots of it, as I always say, the roots of it. But like, other than that, dude, like, the kids must just keep doing what they're doing, bruh. I get that usually skating doesn't always like pay the way that it should. So I think just being aware of that from the jump, that like, okay, having that balance, like, okay, if you see that like there isn't money in the works for you right now, just being able to like recognize that and like take the time to like get that money, do your thing to get your board, your trucks, your wheels, your shit, you know what I mean, however you do it. And then still come back to skating, you know, and do your thing and have fun and just be yourself, dude.
You know, for the new kids, they just need to have, you know, respect and, you know, just keep on working hard, you know, like, you know, yeah, working hard. Because working hard is the only way you can be like Sia, you know. So definitely, yeah, you need to work hard for sure, my bro.